bit of a predicament. I've had 3 ewes lamb, I think, when I'm out. One's penned, that's fine. These 2, one's definitely lambed. I'm fairly sure the other one has, or is maybe about to, but I can't quite work out which ewes lamb. And one of them is being scanned with a single, and the other one, although she was scanned, she's lost a load of her wool. She's been rubbing on the hedge, and I can't actually tell if she was scanned with 1 or 2. So I'm a bit confused at this point, because they both seem to cozy up to both ewes. So it's a little confusing. I don't really want to pen them correctly, so I can create its own problems really. They always seem to quite like, if they do lamb outside, they lamb inside in the shed, or they lamb in this little area here. So it's kind of a bit of a dip between the bank and the bits of stone. I'm not finished doing the shed in the yard yet. The way I'd like to iodine the lambs, just short. 100% sure which so I'm not 100% sure which of these little guys is off which ewe, to be honest. So at this point I'm going to put them in the shed, and I will try to get the ewes in here and I'll make a decision once they're a little bit more contained. So being good ewes, both ewes have come in find the lambs. Confusingly, they both seem to consider both of them as their mothers, which is a little awkward at this point. I'm not sure. Badgerface seems pretty adamant that they're both hers. And I'll be honest, we've had one with a single and one with a double, and I can't remember which one the other one was supposed to be. So at the moment, the Badgerface is quite happily feeding that one, but it seems to want that one as well. That one seems happy enough with her, and she seems happy enough with her. But they both seem to want both lambs, which is frankly a little bit confusing. This one, on the other hand, I know I've penned right. So that's the other lamb that's born today, and I'm pretty confident that is the right one. The other two, on the other hand, I just want to sit and watch for a bit, so I'm really not that sure. So unfortunately we seem to have had a bit of predation today. The Shetland ewe has, well, she had 2 lambs earlier, and now she only has 1. The other lamb is nowhere to be seen, so we've obviously had a predator literally come into the yard and take one. Yeah, don't really expect a predator blazing enough to come into the yard and take a lamb, to be honest. I maybe expect it in the fields. It's pretty hard to swallow in the yard, to be honest. Almost certainly a fox, but maybe wrong, but it's quite frustrating. The rest of the sheep are looking okay. So we've well, there's a new bale in there yesterday, so they're all enjoying that at the moment. Yeah, there's a few lambs knocking around, so a few more to go out really. And we've had another 3 today, which is quite nice. So the plan is to have 4 800mm wide beds with 400mm paths between them. So yeah, 800mm by 10 metres with 400mm paths, and then 4 of them here. I've marked 2 up so it's always true. And then up here we've got, instead of a 400mm gap, we've got an 800mm gap, which makes it easier if we get the barrels at the ends. And then we'll have these options to make kind of a raised area at this end. The team's keen on having some of it a bit raised. Got enough to do 3 of the 4 of them at double that height at the moment. Hopefully I just get another one for the end one eventually, and we'll just extend it up then. So they're 800mm wide and 1200mm long each, so 4.8 by 800 total. So it's like an extra half a bed again basically, so it's like 4.5 beds basically it will be. Don't want to mark these 2 out yet because we had a fire here earlier, just burning some of the wood off some old steel sheets from some old pig houses and stuff. Ooh, got a random lamb out over there. Decided to go into the field because there's a massive gap under the gate which he's just utilising to go home. And down here we'll probably have eventually like a little polytunnel and maybe some sort of permanent perennial beds or something, but for the moment it's just muck storage. I guess we'll have compost and muck storage down there eventually as well, so I don't know, there probably won't be much more space than that. Maybe one bed along the outside of the polytunnel or something, but that's not yet. So for the moment I'll just be this, and then we'll probably put some half beds in as well just to come up to the width of the gate, but I'd rather just do little bits that are kind of manageable to start with, and we'll see how we get on then. So it's the end of March. It's a bit late really, but right up in the hills, so the growing season doesn't really kick off too early. So I've just started the first of a no-dig bed, so cardboard down first, and then compost. Haven't got as much compost as I would hope, but hopefully it'll be okay. We're going to do shallots in the first one then, or the first half of the first one. So I've done 3 rows of shallots. I would have liked to have done a whole bed actually, but I could only get 3 kilos of shallot sets because our local farm supplies place is all they had left. So yeah, so it's three rows of about 6 metres each, I guess. So it's just over half of one of the beds. I'm just going to put a little bit more compost on now and just fill in the holes. So 6 metres or so we've got shallots in, and then the second half, or just under a half, we've got 2 kilos of Purple Rain early seed potatoes in. Kind of haven't got much compost, so what I was going to do, I just drew a line with a hoe, kind of put the potatoes in it. I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of compost around each potato, and then we're going to cover it up with reasonably well rotted manure to hopefully eventually have the depth of the other section up there. Probably just need a bit more rotting down, but I figure it'll be okay. Yeah, so I'll do that now. So I've just topped it up with this, well it's actually from the lambing shed last year, although it's a bit of fresh straw from the pile next to it that's kind of blown in. See, it's reasonably rotted, but it's not really rotted yet. I can probably do it another year. Quite a lot of worms though. we'll see how we get on with it. Might not work, might go back to the rotavator next year, but we'll see. So I've just put a single row of red King Edwards, which are a main crop potato in. So I just put a bit of compost around each potato, and then I am going to just do the manure thing again and hope it works. So that's me pretty well out of compost at the minute, so I need to try to get some more from somewhere, which is challenging at the moment. But I shall give it a go. So I've just got a layer of reasonably well rotted manure. So yeah, got a layer of reasonably well rotted manure on top of the row of potatoes, as opposed to having to dig a big trench and then burying them deep. I've just kind of got the ground up essentially. So hopefully it'll work alright, we'll see. But these are a main crop, so red King Edwards. See, actually there's plenty of activity. Good morning. We haven't had much in the way of lambs the last day or two. I think we didn't have any yesterday. And we've just had a breach this morning, which is alright. I managed to put it in time. So, I think it's a he actually, but he is here. So this is the little guy, or not so little guy, although he's not really 100% yet in fairness, but he's had a good cough. So it's pretty flat really, but hopefully he'll come on now. Mum doesn't seem to like the camera, I'm just move back a little bit. Let's see, the mum's actually quite attentive, but she's just protective to the point that she wants to look at me, not him. That's really what we want. But hopefully he's kind of got his head up a little bit now, which is an improving picture, so it's not so bad. Lambs in the pen next to her are a bit crazy. So again, sort of a semi-no-dig approach. I've just kind of hoed little kind of rows, I suppose you call it. So they're a couple of inches deep, and then we'll just pop the potatoes in, and yeah, we'll just rake over then, and then we'll heap them up with rotted manure. Probably a couple of weeks, I guess, when the sheep start coming up then. So we haven't done all the rows yet. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we've done 6 rows. We've got another probably 3 or maybe 4 to go. And we're going to use this variety of potatoes, which is red Duke of York. So red Duke of York. What was that, Sid?
Are they baked hot potatoes?
No, they are early potatoes. So there'll be a red skinned new potato. I don't know how many we'll get in this section actually, but hopefully a few. So we've planted them at about 2 foot between rows, and about 12 inches between potato plants. You can see we've got a few in. Sid's just making another row at the moment. So yeah, we've got a few more rows to go.
Okay guys, so we have planted some no-dig potatoes and we have mulched it with some well-rotted manure. We have done 6 rows. I've dug another that we haven't planted. We're a bit tired, well, rephrase that, we're shattered. So this row, going up there, I've dug, and you'll plant that maybe this afternoon or tomorrow. And then this row we haven't dug yet, and if when we go up to this row we'll have 8 rows. I reckon we'll get another 2 rows in, so we'll have 10 rows of potatoes. Those rows we've planted and put well rotted manure on, we have used, like, say about 7/10 of a box of 25 kilo potatoes, so that's quite good. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this pen which we hello Ron. So we've got this pig pen which we mulched in the early autumn with some old bales. I can't remember, I think it was about 7 or 8 bales maybe. So we've done most of it, although you can see the section we didn't do is that's starting to crack where it's not been protected, so we'll definitely be doing more of the mulching later on. But you can see it's really quite well protected, and I've just kind of pulled up a little section here. You can see it just lifts quite easily, and we're going to just try and no-dig potatoes in this. Literally completely untouched, just literally lift the mulch, put a potato down, cover it back with the mulch, and then we'll probably just row it up with some muck. So we won't, you know, use a hoe or anything to hoe it up. We will literally just you know, add some more mulch basically. Literally. And that's it. So obviously we've got a few more to do. I don't know how many potatoes we've got left, about 20 kilos I think. So yeah, we'll give that a go. See how we get on. So literally we've just further away down the first row. So literally just lifting the mulch, dropping a potato in or dropping a few into a few lifts, and then literally just covering it back up. So we've just got the livestock box on the transit that we've got, the old transit, which has kind of been an ongoing project for quite a while now. So we're just going to put some sheep into it. Do you want to open the gate, Sid? So we've kept them quite loose because there's obviously ewes and lambs mixed. They're not going very far, so it's not too bad. So you're happy enough in that. They'll only be in it for a few minutes. But a couple of the lambs were doubling back, so I put the camera down for a sec.